Good morning everyone, welcome back to the Hearthstone ladder. My name is Rooster and we are playing Reno Warlock today. So I've been scouting the ladder for a little bit, just seeing what the environment's like. So I did a few games and I think it's aggro day today, which means it's a really bad idea to be playing Reno Warlock. But, well, I enjoy a challenge every once in a while. So let's see how this turns out. Acidic Swampos seems worthwhile against the Rogue, definitely. And I think early minions are actually not as relevant as they might otherwise be, I think. Definitely not keeping Karen. Do I keep Hellfire? Hellfire's not good enough, I think. Is this greedy? Yes, this is greedy. But the Ooze I like enough, and the other cards I don't. So that's all the excuse I need, basically. Let's see what kind of rogue we are up against.
The pleasure is mine.
Definitely not quitting out the Ooze, but yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind killing the weapon here. That might give us the tempo we need. Could also just tap here, actually. I don't expect her to suddenly start attacking face, and this might be one of the very few taps we actually get in. It's incredible that I'm not a zoo player here. Oh, now she is. Alright. Oh, she is re-daggering, so in that case, I think I'm okay. Well, actually, let's Farseer, which is a little more resilient. Might force her to attack in, but at least it doesn't instantly die to an SI7 agent or a backstab. And we do have to kill her eventually, so if she has to attack into this, then I'm okay with that. Still does. But at least it cost her something, right? It cost the backstab, cost the dagger charge. Not 100% whether this is the right play, of course, but let's see what we get here. Mortal Coil might be worthwhile. I don't like keeping the Worgen Infiltrator here, definitely. So yeah, sure. And Ooze will be worthwhile. Let's see how this deals with the board. I'm not expecting any of my minions to survive, but we'll have to see. She doesn't necessarily have all the answers she needs. I don't think Rogue is a good matchup, though. It's generally hard to deal with their board control, so dagger, kill Ooze, that's okay. A little annoying to deal with the Doom Villager, and at least she didn't hit us in the face, so that's something. I'm tempted to just coin out a Tuition, actually. That is one way to deal with the Tomb Pillager, actually. And it allows for some decent options for next turn, I think. So yeah, I don't hate that. Alternatives would include Doomsayer, don't like that too much. Let's go for Tuition there. She can easily just trade the 5-2 in, but that does deal with the 5-2, and Tuition has done its job here. So I kinda like it, yeah. So, what kind of rogue would we be facing? That's another question. Yeah, Shadow Strike was going to happen eventually, so... And that's a relatively small Van Cleave, so I don't hate that. Little worrisome here in the way of not being able to kill it right now. Kind of ugly. We could Sylvanas Doomsayer, that's actually kind of horrible. Well, it does deal with the board, I guess, and I do get my Sylvanas back when I play N'Zoth, but that seems like kind of a waste. I don't know about that. There's no real way we're killing any of this unless we're siphoning. Which one of these would I siphon if given the opportunity? I could actually siphon the 5-2 and then Doomsayer. Would force out some kind of response, which I guess is okay. I think I like that plan. I think I like this plan, yeah. It prevents a little bit of damage and actually forces a reply here, which is going to cost damage that would otherwise go towards my face. So that's valuable, right? I don't expect her to just let the Vinkeleaf die, but... Okay, so there's a sapping coming then, I think. That is a little annoying, I will admit. But I can Twisting Nether here, even if she has a preparation and whatever. So, if this is all that's gonna happen, then I'm relatively okay with this. Twisting Nether is the only way I'm going to deal with this board, unfortunately. Don't have a lot of better options. So that's a little sad, but... as usual, you can't let that live. You just can't. So another option would be if I had a Shadow Flame, but that would require me to play a minion with 4 power for 3 mana. Not too incredibly likely. I kind of regret not keeping the Sun Fury Protector though. It's actually kind of annoying. Okay, well that kills something, and I can play a Mountain Giant, which is not a common occurrence against the Rogue. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. There's still one sap somewhere, but one sap already being used, and Mountain Giant is a juicy target for that. So sure, I'm okay with this. Taking a bit more damage than I would like, which is kind of troublesome, but not much we can do about it. Yeah, this Kodo is never going to be too useful, I think. What minions would Rogue run? Well, there's one. There's one, I suppose. And if she's eviscerating and trading, that's actually pretty good for us.
Thank you.
Wasn't expecting that. Alright. And we can start taunting some stuff up, starting next turn. Do we want to Sylvanas at this point? It's a little dangerous. I think I'll draw a card first. Not exactly the minion we would want, but maybe I should just taunt up one minion. That seems a little poor. Perhaps I can trade off my Sylvanas here. Encourage her to trade into it at this point. I don't hate that. Do I want to silence it? I guess it's a card when concerning the second auctioneer, so it's not terrible. Sure, I think I would be okay with this. I'm not getting a whole lot of better silence targets anyway. So I'm a little worried about my life total as of yet, but there has to be some point at which she cannot clear the board anymore. And any turn in which I start my turn with a minion on the board is going to be a pretty good one, I think. Already one Eviscerate down, which is good to keep in mind. What would be the way she deals with this? Oh, I guess a next backstab. But then she's not drawing a card with it off an auctioneer. Oh, that's a curious card. That is one interesting card. I wasn't expecting that from a rogue. I'm sure neither did you. I kind of want to play Karen here. And I kind of don't at the same time, but... the defender is going to be pretty decent, I guess. Maybe... I can't afford to tap, I think, so... How about we Kodo instead? That's never going to be that great. I can just take the trade, actually. How about I take the trade? And then taunt up the Kodo and the villager. I think I like that one best, actually. Not in the least because because it leaves another taunt target up instead of me trading with a taunt, which doesn't really add anything. And also, well, the villager returns when I play N'Zoth, but I guess that's not all that relevant. If she saps the Kodo, then it means she's not sapping Karen, and Karen is kind of awkward. Kind of awkward at times. I was kind of hoping for an infested Kodo at some point in the nearby future. Oh, she's sapping the Kodo, isn't she? Conceal? Okay, so I'm going to tap into a Shadow Flame if need be. If she doesn't sap here, that's pretty good for us. Yeah, there it is. Oh, Eviscerate. Okay, okay. Well, it's not that bad. If we top deck... Oh, no Eviscerate. Wow. How do we abuse this? I think I'm tapping here. I don't think there's a world in which I don't tap here. So I'm really needing that Shadow Flame right now. That's going to be particularly great. Am I willing to... I'm willing to Mortal Coil my own minion for it, I think. Just because it would actually be that great. Okay, that's unfortunate, because now I think I'm pretty much dead. I could Hellfire, but that would leave me in an... Well, would it be worse? She would have a way to deal with the taunt, but she has a way to deal with the taunt. I guess I'm taking less damage if I Hellfire her, and I can Bran afterwards. Perhaps I can Doomsayer. Would that help? I guess that might help. I don't know about this. Do I Bran, do I Doomsayer? I think I Doomsayer. I think Doomsayer actually prevents me from dying next turn if I don't die this turn. Yeah, I'm pretty much dead, am I not? If only I had a Shadow Flame, but maybe I should have tapped more aggressively in that case. I don't know about that. I could have tapped into Reno, but that's still not that great. Rogues can really burst you from a high life total. It's kind of unfortunate. Or maybe I should have just had more pressure early on. I'm not sure. She did have, well, she did have most of her deck right now. Can I fit some kind of spell power? I don't have any spell power in this deck, right? Spell power Hellfire would be pretty great. Be a great way to deal with rogues, but I don't know about that. I honestly don't know. I didn't draw enough healing anyway, so maybe I'll blame it on that. Not drawing Refreshment Fender. It's not that much healing anyway, but maybe. Rogue's also not good, so what actually is a good matchup for Reno Lock? Other control decks, I guess. And perhaps aggro decks are not as bad as it seems. We do have a lot of board clears, so we might be able to deal with Zoo. I'm not sure. I've played 2 Zoo decks before and it didn't look pretty. Did not look pretty, but we might give it a try. Let's keep the Twilight Drake. Twilight Drake's pretty good. And let's hope we don't have to tap too much early on. Shadow Flame against Zoo is pretty awkward, because most of the time they're actually clearing your board non-stop, and you don't really have a minion to Shadow Flame. So you'll have to wait until, like, turn 6 so you can Shadow Flame and Ooze. It doesn't feel good. Does not feel good. I really don't want to coin ooze. No, that's just not happening. But yeah, not having a Hellfire early on is not a good sign. I can already see the signs. Well, at least we don't have to worry about getting a really big Twilight Drake. We just have to drop stuff on the board to keep the zoo player busy, and then hope we have Reno by the time we're almost dead. I think that's pretty much the tactic against Zoo as a Reno lock. That's a good top deck. Now I don't have to coin a 4, and I can instead just make this, which is actually pretty good against the Knife Juggler here. He could use a buff, but that would still include a minion, which is a 50-50 of giving me another 1/1. So that's pretty neat. Is he soul firing that? Well, that's also fine.
You love my
oh, Graced Alchemist. Okay, that's cute. Could still hit it, and it does. Oh, now the Argent's Warrior can trade in, but that's okay. He doesn't have another. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. Costs him some damage, and that is a pretty good top deck, so I will play that right now. Doesn't kill that one, but that's okay. It kills most of his stuff, and that's good enough. I don't think I can afford to keep it until he plays a ritual. Yeah. So I would have liked to save that there, but I don't think I can afford to. Ooh, Coin Mountain Giant. Yes. Yes, Coin Mountain Giant. Let's do it. So we can play Mountain Giant next turn, or... Ooh, that's a Sea Giant. Ouch. That is rather painful. We could use a cheapish minion to... Wait, what? Really now? Really now? Well... Sometimes you just lose, I guess. Sometimes you just lose. I don't know anymore. Okay, I will chalk Zoo up as a bad matchup here. I'm not aware of how the matchups are actually supposed to be, or how they turn out in general, but wow. That was insanely lucky, but there wasn't much we could do there.
Gul'dan versus Rexxar.
Why am I playing Reno Lock again?
Your soul shall be mine.
I don't remember what got into me that made me think, you know what would be great to play right about now? Reno Lock. Why don't you deal damage to yourself to draw some cards, while everyone is attempting to deal damage to your face? That sounds like the greatest idea ever.
I greet you. Greetings, traveler.
At least the Peddler is decent here. I did manage to beat an aggro Shaman by drawing Reno and Girexus, and he couldn't burst me through approximately 40 points of healing, so that was pretty cute. Wearing an Infiltrator is not horrible. It is horrible here, but I'll take the Voidwalker. Again, it's not good here, but I'll take it still. And him trading is a good thing. I don't think it's proper to trade against... Well, I guess if you know you're going to get a Huffer, then it would be proper to trade there. I guess that's true. I'll trade an Invested Tauren here, I think. Yeah, that seems like a good trade to me. Refreshing Thunder is not horrible either, by the way. This at least forces the trade and doesn't cause me to take more damage, right? So yeah, there's something to be said about that. It is weak to bow, but it appears he does not have one, so that's pretty good. That was a reasonable deal.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Face Hunter. Now that's one I haven't seen in a while. I did actually watch the North American tournament for today, which is Saturday, by the way. Are we playing this? I think it's better than Midrange Hunter right now. Yeah, I probably do. Voidwalker would have been... Actually, I should have played Inking plus Voidwalker, I think. So there was one person in the tournament that actually played Face Hunter. Oh, this is not Face Hunter. This is just Reno Hunter. I guess those are good juggles for me. It's probably good. That is probably good for me. Why is he playing such an aggressive deck and still trading into every single one of my minions? I don't understand. I appreciate it, but I don't understand. Do we take a 50-50 on killing the Knife Juggler here? Yes, I think we do. I'm not enamored with the Kodo here, but it might be a better idea than letting stuff die to the Knife Juggler. At least this gives me a 50-50 on killing it, right? Oh, actually, I should have played it before. That's curious. I would have had a 1 in 3 of hitting the Knife Juggler, but if I hit the taunt, then I could have attacked into the Knife Juggler instead. That would have been pretty good. Do we silence the high main? What else would we... I can't think of much else we would like to silence. Is there a better usage of our mana right now? I don't think so. We want to tap as little as possible, so I guess this is fine. Let's see how he deals with this.
To my side.
Alright, and Misha I'm fine with. Would appreciate a board clear. But I suppose the idea is to tap into your board clears. I'm really scared of tapping, by the way. So... Oh, well, that's a thing that works. It's not perfect, but what is? It is actually pretty near perfect. We can trade this one. We can trade this one. It's actually it's not as great as it seems. Maybe we should just keep it around. Heal for a little bit, build a board, make the hunter pay for it. Sure. We're in a pretty good space. We're in a pretty good spot health-wise. So we can use the Hellfire after he called the Wilds. And if he just keeps trading, that's still pretty great for us. Where does the high main go? I wonder. Did the high main attack yet? Oh, that's so good. You have no idea how much you're helping me right now. It's actually not as great as it seems again. Do we tap here? If we Hellfire, I guess we tap. Yeah, sure. That would have been pretty great to have here. Well, actually... Again, it's not as amazing. Would we be okay with taking 9? Now there's a question. I guess it's better, yeah. That is so awkward. If that thing didn't have taunt, then I could have made some pretty amazing trades. But if I'm not clearing the board, I think just developing some minions is better than hellfiring, especially if he just keeps clearing. I can't see how it's correct to not hit face with high main, but it appears my opponent may be thinking differently about that. At least he's not winning the joust, so that's pretty good for me. I still have this Hellfire here. Or perhaps this Twisting Nether. If he just goes face here... Ooh, that does hurt. That does hurt. That hurt my feelings a lot. Okay, at least we can Twisting Nether. And then we die the turn after, I suppose. How did that come to happen? Oh, it's the Leok. It's the Leok and the Tundra Rhino. Oh well. We can Jiraxis next turn if we live. We just have to dodge a beast and a kill command. Or that card. Or that card. Sometimes they draw both. Sometimes they just draw both and there's not much you can do. That is the sad truth of playing against hunters. It's late and I'm getting a little jaded about playing different decks in against all the same Zoo and Hunter and Aggro Shaman. This is not the deck you want to be playing, guys. Take my advice for it. It's a pretty great deck to have access to, but don't play it right now.
Gul'dan versus Thrall.
Please don't be an Aggro Shaman.
Your soul.
Actually, Aggro Shamans I can beat, I just need my Reno. And my other heals, I guess. Does Demon Wrath work against Shaman? Not really. It works against Midrange Shaman, but we can't assume we are up against Midrange Shaman. Hellfire works. Hellfire works. We can try for that.
Get it out! Get it out!
The Possessed Villager is an interesting addition, by the way. It's kind of well, it's synergy with N'Zoth, but you're not really playing it for that. It's more of a way to fight for the board early on. In theory, it's pretty good against 2, for example. Looks like we are up against a slower Shaman deck, so I'm fine with just tapping a little bit here. He's probably a little confused about what's going on. And that might also be a contributing factor. I'm thinking of silencing that. Is that worth silencing? What else does a mid-range Shaman have that is worth silencing? Not a terrible lot. I'm actually a fan of that play. Sure. It is pretty much the only way, aside from Hellfire, for us to deal with the Manatite Totem, so yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And that is something we really need to deal with. What are we up against? No. Could be one of those Control Shaman decks, which finally should be a good matchup for us. So let's see if I'm right about that. This is bad against Earthshock. I'm not too unhappy if this gets hexed, I guess. So that's okay. I'm okay with dropping this here, sure. We have plenty of stuff to do next turn, so no need to explicitly hurry with that. We should be worried about some kind of Bloodlust build or something. Perhaps Thunder Bluff Valiant could be a thing. Well, we can at least kill some totems here, right? Or I guess kill the thing from below. Basically anything that still lets me drop Thorazan this turn. Thorician. No, there's no I. There's no I behind the S's. So it's Thorazan. I keep doing that wrong. Let's do it this way. That is still pretty valuable, I'd say. Sure. The face damage with the Possessed Villager actually also was irrelevant because of the Refreshment Vendor in our hand, but minor detail. Minor detail. He just keeps making the totems. He's hoping for a spell power, isn't he? Is that a lightning storm in your hand? Or are you just happy to see me? That doesn't work that way. No, but it's okay. We could Demon Wrath next turn. Not terribly excited about that. I can kill a couple totems, and that makes me happy. We can also drop a Ragnaros, which is pretty great if the board's not chock full of totems. How about a Cairn? We can get some value out of a Cairn right now. Is that better than dropping Rag? I think it's better than dropping Rag. It might lure out a second Hex, which is pretty good for us. Let's go for this. The little frog should hold the fort for a little bit. That's also pretty good. Then our Twilight Drake can do its job on the totems. And there we go. Okay. Can we deal with that? Well, we can. We can deal with that by Hellfiring, but I'm not the biggest fan of that. Let's see what else we got. We've got Demon Wrath, not great. Ragnaros, a little optimistic. I guess we tap first, right? There is no real way we're dealing with this. No. I guess I'm fine with you grabbing the board here. I've got a Twisting Nether, and I'm not afraid to use it. There you go. Have it your way. If that's all, I'm a little disappointed. Is this going to be a Malygos Shaman thing? I don't know. That is a good top deck though, I like that. Refreshment and Siphon Soul, I think I kinda like that. Sure. Alternatives would include Ragnaros, Demon Wrath, little optimistic.
So many.
Demon Wrath, Hellfire, no. I'm actually healing him for more than I'm healing myself if I do that. I don't really care about the healing too much. 3-5 on the board is going to be better than the Bran or whatever else. You could also tap. I don't mind tapping here. I actually do mind tapping here because I'm overdrawing. Alright, funnel cakes it is. Funnel cakes for everyone. Let's see, what do you got? What do you got? Give it to me. I don't like where this is going. I don't like leaving an Azure Drake up against the Shaman, but I guess it's what we have to do right now. I could take a 50-50 on killing that, actually. Don't hate it. Don't hate that too much. No, we could drop a Ragnaros, we could drop... Ooh. I also like that a lot. What do I drop along with that? I could tap and drop it for 3 mana. And then I have 4 left over to do absolutely nothing with. How about we just rag? We just tap and we rag. He's used both of his hexes, so he shouldn't have a great answer, and I would prefer if you didn't hit face there, but sure. We'll go with your approach, Rag. We'll see where we end. So next turn would be something like Mountain Giant, and then he's going to use 2 burn spells on this, right? Ooh, Lightning Storm, okay. There's still a burn spell or a trade with the Azure Drake coming in. So I guess I'm okay with that. Sure. This is still not worth Twisting Nethering. That's actually kind of disappointing. I guess I could Demon Wrath and... No, I couldn't. I could Sylvanas, I kinda like that. Sylvanas, Mountain Giant... Tap? Do I want to tap? What does that sound? Is there something wrong with the board here? Oh, it's that thing. Why was that making noise? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Mountain Giant, Sylvanas, tap. I'm a little scared of tapping with this much spell power on the board. I don't know about that. Let's just go for this and see what happens. I don't need to tap, I've got enough cards here. I'm afraid I might be dead here. Which is what I don't like, but... How would he kill me? He's used an Emperor, but he's overloaded, so I guess this is not another ghost turn. That's okay, that's okay. So that kills the board, that's okay. I'll get my Sylvanas back anyway. Do I Hellfire to kill that? I might actually. Hellfire and Bran and double heal? I kinda like that. Means I don't have to board wipe yet, which is also pretty good. I'm going to be scared of bursts the whole game, am I not? In that case I could also Hellfire and Reno. Do I really Hellfire this board though? I guess I do. I can't let him draw cards. Inconceivable.
Who knows what secret?
Inconceivable. There we go. Gotta at least put on a little bit of pressure. So we didn't get our Cairn to die, but we did have a thingamajig. What's that again? Oh, now there's a card. We can heal to full twice, and then have a defender up. Let's tap and see if we get another minion. I don't explicitly like the code over here, but it does let us defender. For double, which is actually still not that great. Do we just kill this with power overwhelming and then... I don't know, man. Oh, we can't Kodo. We've got such ugly trades coming up here. I think I'm using power overwhelming and Reno. Sure, we didn't really need to Bran anyway. It's pretty good with Defender, but if we're only drawing expensive minions, then Defender is not going to be all that good anyway. Have we still got a Peddler coming up? We might. Another Doomsayer? Well, we've got a surprise for you, so that's good. Sure, I'm okay with that.
How much?
Do we Defender? That does mean that that Elemental Destruction no longer clears anything. I guess that's kind of good. I kind of want to stop tapping to... Yeah, sure. He has to use some kind of board clear here. And he doesn't have a whole lot of great options. Has he used the Lightning Storm yet? I don't remember. I don't remember that. Let's try and keep our most healthy units. That would be pretty great. I'm not sure what his win condition is. Are we playing against Crusher actually? This could actually be Crusher. That's pretty amazing. If we Demon Wrath, we don't have a great way to kill that anyway. Wow, this is sucky. How do we deal with a 7/8? How do we deal with another 7/8 next turn? There's another question. Do we nether this? I don't want to nether this. I could N'Zoth. I could actually N'Zoth here. I don't hate that. Gives us a Sylvanas and a possessed villager. That's good enough. That is good enough. And then just not attack. Yeah, that seems pretty valid. If he wants to Elemental Destruction, then we get his Earth Elemental. Well, I guess he can trade in first, but he can make some pretty good trades. But I guess N'Zoth survives, and we get a Shadow Beast. That's not all that great. I don't feel too good about this play anymore, but if he doesn't have the second elemental destruction, then we're in a pretty good spot. If he does, then we get to Jiraxis, I think. Just a lightning storm, okay. Okay. And then what? And then destruction? That seems like a mistake. Oh, Earthshock, okay. Well, that was gonna happen at some point regardless, right? So that is a pretty good board there, I will admit. Let's see what we got. Let's see. I guess we have to trade here. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. If he's running Earth Elementals, he's got to be running Ancestrals, right? He's got to. I don't know what his win condition is. I'm a little worried. Jiraxis wasn't discounted. I guess we might squeeze it in here. Don't feel incredibly secure about this, but I think this is going to be our way to win. Because I don't see us winning with the cards that we have remaining. And that's actually quite awkward. Oh, there's an ooze. Wow. Get Shrek'd. Ouch. Well, I guess we can Shadow Flame this. It's not horrible. Not everything is terrible. We still have some board clears coming up. We can Shadow Flame here. And then drop it to Tauren, I guess. That's okay. We still got a pretty good hero power here, so I'm not incredibly worried. But what else does he have? He could have some pretty big stuff, especially. Is it a Reno Shaman deck? No, I don't think so. It could be, right? Have we seen any duplicates yet? I don't think we've seen any duplicates yet. Am I just kidding myself right now? No, I don't think so. That's actually really odd. Huh. Alright. We'll take it slow here. I'm not sure that was... yeah, that was necessary, I think. Okay, so second Fire Elemental. That's okay. We can taunt up here. We can taunt and they'll be okay. We can also Demon Wrath. Is that good? No. No, it's not. Let's just double taunt. I don't hate it.
Shields up.
Let's do it this way. I'm not sure what his win condition is going to be, so I don't know what to be afraid of. That's really odd. I don't like this feeling. So what have we still got? We've used our Argus. That's the second elemental, alright. So our 6/6s are going to... oh my gosh. I'm going to have to Twisting Nether this. Don't hit my face, don't hit my face. Thank you. Thank you for not hitting my face here. One card left. And he's got 5 cards left. Alright, so 5 cards for him. 5 cards for me. My hero power is a slight bit better than his, though. So I think I'm kind of... oh, please don't.
I have no time for games.
Okay. Wait. That is really awkward still. That is still really awkward. Let me see what we can get from this. Can we kill a mare? I don't think we can kill a mare. No. In that case, we're just going to have to take Sylvanas here. That's really bad. We can trade into the Sylvanas and then she takes one of these. I don't feel good about that either. I guess if she doesn't take the demon, we can Demon Wrath, right? So what do we take? I think we're taking Power Overwhelming here. And in that case, we play stuff that dies by Demon Wrath. So let's try this. We take a 1 in 3. Do we even Demon Wrath here? No. Oh, we don't. Does he have board clears left? I don't think so. We kill him next turn, I think. Unless he kills us here. And there's a real chance. I don't know. I really don't know what to... Oh, Elise, okay. So Matt goes into deck. But that's not that dangerous. Because we just kill him here? Yeah, we just kill him here, right? Yeah, we do. Oh no, wait, we don't, because he's going to trade the 2-2 into our 6-1. Now we have 9, we have 11, we have 15, so we don't kill him next turn. So we have to trade, and then he gets his legendaries. He gets a 6-6 with taunts, but that's okay. Yeah, we can chill for a little bit here. We can actually Demon Wrath. That card is not going to be useful at any point in the future, so that's okay. And that's a good enough position to win from, I think. Depending on what he has, of course, but there's no cheap legendary that has taunt, that has charge, right? Well, Old Murkai, I guess, but that doesn't really work. So what could he get that saves him here? Nothing. Nothing, right? I can just hit him. I can just hit him.
That's incredible.
I had to do that. I think I had to do that. That was interesting. Well, at least we won one game, right? And yeah. Think before you play a deck that is really bad against what everyone's playing. I think we've learned that lesson today. So, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. And if you ever want to shore up your control matches, or just play along with all the other N'Zoth players, and you want to play a Warlock, this might be the deck for you. If not, try something that is actually decent against what you're facing on the ladder. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And as always, if you have a suggestion on what deck I should be playing next, please leave a comment below. And I will see you tomorrow.